Welcome and thanks for being here. Today we're having a quick-fire discussion on minimizing inefficiencies in our organizations. I want to thank you, Jacob Hicks, Account Director for Touchstone across Australia and New Zealand, for being here. Today's quick-fire business challenge is: how can a company minimize their inefficiencies through the supply chain to keep people safer and improve operational resilience? So I've got some questions lined up for you, Jacob. First one: inefficiencies within the supply chain can have far-reaching consequences for a company's operations. How can a company identify these inefficiencies?
Yeah, great. Very nice to talk to you, Paul. Thank you for having me. And it's a really good place to start. I think identifying efficiencies within a supply chain is critical for improving operational performance. Companies can start by conducting analysis of their end-to-end supply chains, processes, and often this can involve mapping out what that process looks like from an end-to-end standpoint. So from the sort of procurement of raw materials right through to the delivery of finished products to customers. And I guess by examining each step, companies can identify bottlenecks, delays, look for redundancies, and any other areas in which efficiencies may be present.
So, once these inefficiencies are identified, what steps can a company take to minimize them?
Once again, really good question. Firstly, it's really around streamlining the process. Simplifying standardized processes wherever possible can really involve the reevaluating workflows, eliminating unnecessary steps. It might be automating repetitive tasks. But by streamlining the processes, companies can reduce the likelihood of errors, look to reduce delays, and really improve operational efficiencies. And then from there, improving communication is critical. So the enhancement and collaboration of sharing the information among different departments, suppliers, partners, and by improving the communication channels, customers can reduce delays, misunderstandings, and errors. Clear and effective communication ensures that everyone is on the same page. So reducing the risk of miscommunication-related efficiencies is key. And I guess thirdly, enhancing your relationship with your supplier is critical these days. So strong relationships with suppliers allows you to minimise disruptions and delays. So strengthening those relationships might be, once again, efficient communication. Supplier performance monitoring is a really key process here. And then looking at joint process improvement initiatives, another area in which people don't often think about, but can really help you build that trust and ensure that supply chain is consistent. Lastly, it's around leveraging on technology. It's critical in today's age. So embracing digital solutions and supply chain software, looking at the analytics that they provide. It might be a system that really can help you with real-time tracking. These technologies enable you to really gain a better visibility of what's happening within your supply chain, identify issues proactively rather than reactively, and make data-driven decisions rather than just decisions because you think it could be an opportunity. So automation, digitalisation can really greatly improve your efficiency, accuracy, and your overall performance.
You mentioned in there errors, and obviously some of the most worrying errors are ones that can put people's safety at risk. How can minimizing inefficiencies in a supply chain contribute to improved safety within a company?
Yeah, great. So when we're looking, supply chain really does have direct impact on safety. So when processes are streamlined and well coordinated, it really does reduce the risk of errors, accidents, and delays. So an example would be optimizing inventory management and having real-time visibility on stock levels, for example. Companies can ensure that they have critical safety equipment that's ready when it's needed. Materials, one of the worst things an organisation can have is a safety issue happen and not have the required stock or not have the required safety equipment ready to go. So from there, improved communication, collaboration, and once again, addressing safety concerns promptly, it might be ensure that safe. It really is going to ensure that the environment is a far safer environment.
I'm sure that's going to put a lot of people's minds at ease. The last couple of years have been a little manic. There's been a few things going on. Um, How does minimizing inefficiencies improve operational resilience?
So operational resilience really is a bit of a buzzword at the moment. Obviously, we've been through quite a significant period over the last
Oh,
three
yeah.
years, and I don't want to use the word unprecedented because it seems to be used quite often. But needless to say, the organisations that had really good resilience or business continuity plans are the organisations that seem to have come out the other end in a far healthier and stronger position. So, by minimising efficiencies within the supply chain, companies have been are more agile and better equipped to respond to unexpected events, essentially. So, for instance, if a supply chain process is streamlined, it becomes easier to reroute shipments or adjust production schedules or find alternative suppliers in case of disruptions, such as a pandemic. So the resilience really helps companies maintain continuity and making sure that they can meet their customer demands and minimize any financial or reputational impact of not having the equipment or the stock ready to go when it's required.
So it seems to me pretty evident that companies are going to greatly benefit from focusing on minimizing these inefficiencies within their supply chain. Um, as we wrap up, is there any sort of final thoughts or tips that you've got for people out there listening to this?
Yeah, I would really encourage our listeners to continuously monitor and adapt their supply chain process. So, in the business landscape is consistently evolving, and companies need to be proactive in identifying and addressing inefficiencies. So, embracing innovation is a really big one. The collaboration with suppliers, partners, and ultimately technology providers um, well, and then I guess from there, it's leveraging on the power of data and data analytics and real time tracking. This will really give you the ability to have real visibility into your supply chain, really identify areas of improvement. And these areas of improvement will make really profound changes to your organization. So by focusing on minimizing efficiencies, companies can really achieve greater safety, operational resilience, and really overall business success.
Brilliant. Jacob, thank you very much for joining us. I've learned so much in such a short amount of time. If other people are keen to hear a little bit more about what's going on, they can check out the other episodes that we've got of this. They can also check out the Certus website, which is going to be linked below in the description, or they could reach out to you, Jacob, and we'll make sure that your details are there as well so people can hunt you down and get hold of you if they're kind of curious to know a little bit more about what we discussed today. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Paul.